All right, so I'm not gonna waste your time. I'm gonna get right into it. So summer. Summer is a time where you can do so much stuff to build yourself for the future. Summer is a time where you can pick up a new hobby, do something new. You could practice something. You could hone your skills on something. Not the time where you just let yourself go and you bug out. You spend 8 hours a day on your phone. That's not what summer is for. Or at least in my opinion, summer is a time where you should be utilizing to prepare yourself for the next year, for the rest of your life, especially as a student. As a student, summers are so important. You don't get that much time. If you can utilize that time and build your skills during that time and make yourself a more valuable person, that would be amazing. So the plan for summer. So the plan for summer is that you're going to be spending every day doing something productive. And if you do that, just do something productive every day, that'll be you will have been more productive than if you hadn't done that, right? But imagine if we did so many productive things in one day. How do we do this? The only way to do this is having a routine. Having a routine that you can follow every day for every single hour of the day, so you know what you need to be doing at every hour. You can never say, oh, I don't know what I need to be doing. You can't make that excuse if you have a routine for every minute of the day laid out for you. And I'm going to show you how I did that. So as summer's coming, I've taken the time to plan a calendar. I've put all the activities I do every day into a calendar. And I'm going to show you that real quick. All right, so this is like one day, that's another day, but they're the same thing for both days. So the first thing on my calendar is sleep. That's from the day before to 6:30 in the morning. Sleep is the most important thing in my opinion, so that's why I give it so much time. And then have a morning routine, because that just sets you up for the day. It gets you in that workflow, having that same morning routine. And then since summer is the time to practice new skills and stuff, I will be practicing guitar or piano every day. And if I do that for at least 1 hour a day, I will have been so much better than if I had not. So yeah. And then the next thing on the schedule is the first deep work session, which is just stuff that I do, like online classes, FLVS, SAT preparation, and maybe some summer work if we have any. And then it's good to have a little break in between your work, so I'm gonna eat lunch, text my mom. Then the second deep work session, same thing basically. They're both 3 hours so my recommendation for planning your work, plan like a reasonable amount of time for you. So I have 6 hours of work in my day. I put 6 hours of work in my day because I know I can handle 6 hours of work. I know I can handle that. I've tested it. But what you need to do is you need to find your limits. So during the summer, maybe just start off with 1 hour a day, because like it's summer and you're new to this, you're new to productivity and all that. You're not going to work for 6 hours a day off the start, right? So just plan a good 1 hour a day, 1 to 2 hours a day to do some type of work. And that's already great. Don't compare yourself to me, because I'm so much better than you. I'm not going to lie. I'm joking. I'm joking. But you have to build yourself up to become to the level where you can even do 6 hours a day. Don't just start off like doing 8 hours of work a day, because you're not going to do that for the whole summer. It's better to be good consistently than great occasionally, okay? If you have that quote drilled in your mind, you will be successful. Okay, and then next on the schedule, I got learn, read a book, consume some type of content, and then this is the time where I make a YouTube video. It's important that you like set times for yourself to do things. That's why we have this whole routine, right? It's important to have set times and ambitious times, because there's this thing called Parkinson's law, and it's that work expands to the time that you allow it. So if you give yourself 30 minutes to record a YouTube video and you say, okay, after 30 minutes I'm gonna be done, you will have a YouTube video done in 30 minutes. Maybe it's not gonna be as good as it could be, but you will have a finished YouTube video in 30 minutes if you apply that Parkinson's law, if you set the amount of time that you want to get that task completed in. So I applied that to my whole schedule, right? I applied that to everything I'm doing, to my work, to my practicing instruments, to my morning routine even. You need to do that because it'll make you slightly more efficient once you have that like that timer in your brain. Like, I'm going to run out of time soon. I better get to it, I better work more efficiently. Okay, next on the schedule for me is go on a run with my team. Usually we go out on a run for summer conditioning over the summer. That might change. I don't know if we'll meet up, but like I'll just run on my own if we don't. It's important to devote some time in your day to burn some energy, to exercise. And yeah, make sure you don't skip out on that. For you, it might be going to the gym, going on a bike ride. Just make it as easy as it needs to be, but make sure you exercise daily. Even if it's just some push ups in your room or sit ups, make sure you get some type of exercise in. And then next, I got eat dinner and spend time with the family. And then 7:15 to 8:15, that's like time where I allow myself to like bug out, maybe watch a YouTube video or two, do something do something I want to do. Maybe it's text someone a lot or yeah, anything. That's when 7:15 to 8:15 is. And then my nighttime routine, that's basically like brushing your teeth, taking that shower. Oh wait, I take my shower after my run because I'm not no sweaty boy. But my nighttime routine, that's like hygiene and stuff, flossing, all of that, preparing for the next day, laying out my clothes, spending time with my family. That's a part of my nighttime routine. So yeah, and then 9 p.m. I'm in bed, and yeah, I get my 9.5 hours of sleep. Well, actually, the thing is, your sleep, you might not like actually fall asleep in the 9.5 hours you give to sleep. If you give yourself 9.5 hours of sleep, you'll probably sleep for like maybe 8 hours or 8.5 hours, because you don't just sleep directly. You don't just fall asleep in a couple seconds. So it's important to take that into account when you're doing your schedule. You should prioritize like at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep in your schedule. So that's my whole schedule. But what you should take away from this is to go on Google Calendar and then set some ambitious activities that you want to do throughout the day, okay? So there's a way to make each activity you put on Google Calendar repeat every single day. So that's what I did for my calendar. So I just set it once, and then I look back on it like when I'm on my phone. There's an app for it. So it's like almost passive income, but for productivity. Like you take the time now to make a calendar, but in the future you know what you need to be doing every time of the day. So you're passively being more productive just because you put in the time and effort into making this calendar. So yeah, it's important to have a routine, but it's also important that you're not some stuck-up loser who just follows this routine every single day. Do something new once in a while. You don't have to follow this routine every single day, okay? Like maybe if you want to go out with your friends, plan that. Go out with your friends. Don't just say, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I have to read a book. I can't do that at that time. I can't do that." Try stuff that's new, okay? Don't be such a loser, okay? If you follow this routine even for 3 to 4 days a week, you will have been more productive than if you had not followed it. So don't make this routine the core of your life, okay? This shouldn't be your priority. It's the work that gets done that's the priority. Yeah, that's all I really gotta say. Don't be a loser. Don't let that routine guide your life, because then you're gonna use that as a crutch, and you don't want a routine to be your crutch, right? You should be the one that's actually doing the work. You shouldn't need a routine to do the work, but it's definitely a good tool to utilize when you're first starting out, okay? Alright, so you might not even follow this routine you might miss something. You might miss practicing that instrument. You might miss reading that book. You might miss one of your deep work sessions, but it's fine. It's really fine, okay? That's not the end of your life. If you do like even 1 or 2 of the things on your routine every day, you will have been more productive than if you didn't have that routine in the first place. So really, having this routine is only going to be a net positive for you. It's only going to be a net positive. Sure, you could do everything on the routine, but that shouldn't be your goal. Your goal shouldn't be to do everything on that routine. Your goal should only be to do what your priorities in life are, okay? Like for me, running is a priority, so I'm going to run every day, okay? Maybe if I can't run at the time I put on my routine, I'm going to run in the morning. I'm going to plan my run in the morning. And that's going to ruin my routine, but who cares? You got to be flexible when it comes to your goals. What are your goals, okay? Don't just look at your routine and say, "Okay, I'm going to do that. Oh, I missed my time for that, so I'm going to skip that today." Don't do that. Really prioritize what your what your values are. Like for me, it's running, so I'm gonna prioritize running over pretty much everything else. I'm gonna make sure I get in my run every day, even if that means okay, maybe I can't read a book today, maybe I can't complete my morning routine. But it's important that the work you do is reflected by the goals you have. Think big.